gather in that corner as well. Get it over on that corner. So we come over here. They got down forever. Yeah, I see a few people quiet.
No, what is that?
We don't have a question either, do we?
So yesterday, I was really feeling
Facilitating her conversation.
The second one is. No, no, not right. The second one
I'm by the big sign that says this space is not listed in Seattle.
A little better. A little more solid.
people have been speaking up there.
trucks.
And we just thought naturally,
Everything here is actually all we're doing is walking around.
To represent demonstrators against the WTO and winning a federal case against who? The Seattle Police Department. Can I give this to the leadership of this great?
I like that. Just draft the materials.
Before the police were we beat them in court. One of the things I wanted to do.
They were here earlier.
okay, yeah, like, so that they,
This long construction, right? Are y'all trying to come back together in like within like 7 minutes of time so we can all come back?
so what they've done is create companies that are large gatherings. It's kind of like, okay, now. I hope that's okay with me. That you're up here to like.
Usually if it works, because at the beginning it was stop and co-op. Sorry.
Check out the precinct. Yeah, you should
on how Abolition is the savior of black men.
Wonderful.
Oh yeah, no, he's great. He also is super cheap. Does not like music at all.
I know you know.
No, it was so clear that they were just being like, if you're still in Annapolis and you believe in Black Lives, please don't vandalize. Wait,
God bless you. We get mad up today, man. I think we're actually.
What's Seattleites dress like?
I know. I can't. I can't see your bucket.
Your art? How long you guys hang out there?
police chief today. The fire chief was caught largest as I was, caught off largest as I was when we saw this building being stormed out with the same police force that we were in 9 days ago. But as I mentioned, this isn't over. This is not over. They didn't take anything back. We already claimed this building. We're not taking these signs down. We're not washing this graffiti out. What I told the fire chief is, he asked me, what can we do to support these businesses? I told him I would love to support these businesses. I would love to have these people out the streets. Give us somewhere to gather and
Down that street and then right? Yeah, we could do that. Not for shelter.
I told him I would love to sit down and have a conversation with the police chief, have a dialogue, have a negotiation about what time they can come and pick up their shit. I'm gonna let you say it on the mic.
Maybe invite her to dinner at her own house.
We need the mayor down here. Where are you, Mayor Hudson? Where is the transparency from our own mayor? Is this the kind of leadership we voted into office knowingly? Did we know our leadership would turn invisible when we need them most? Did we know our leadership would be committing war crimes against their own citizens? Let me ask you guys this question. Should they be held accountable? Yeah. I'm asking you again, should they be held accountable? Yeah. Thank you for standing with me, each and every one of you, from the bottom of my heart. You guys inspire me. You guys are heroes. You are not terrorists. You are patriots. And remember that. In the spirit of America, and the spirit of the Boston Tea Party, you are patriots. Remember that.
Let's just have a little decentralized feedback of what we saw. We've got some sign here in the front, if some weed side. First and foremost, so all the media, we were talking about this earlier, the rookie media who doesn't realize that they need to put their cameras down off of people's faces. You gotta film the back of people's eyes. This will be the quick take. Is this we can record it on here. So what we gotta say right now is, this is feedback from all the different groups. If everyone could just sit down, and then the person speaking can stand, we're gonna pass the microphone around to people.
A lot of cops out here.
The first thing I'm gonna say is, just for like the next foreseeable future, 3 p.m. every day, 3 p.m. every day, we're gonna do what we just did. Live chats, topic things, we're gonna get this people on the same page. This looks like a good 15-20 minutes. So the first group I feel like that should definitely be seeking right now is the vibe checks. Anyone from vibe check that wants to like talk about what y'all discussed? Just go for like a good 2 minutes.
My name is Sarah Tournay, spelled S-A-R-A-H-T-O-R-N-A. I am trying to organize a more centralized way for us to have access to like how people can be part of different committees here, like security, sanitation, all of that. If you add me on Instagram, people are working right now to make that website. There's a website that's live right now. We're just working out a few fucking details because we need to be able to be more efficient and organized. But that's a totally different thing. So, my vibe check was that we are not tired. We're not tired. I personally have had to check in because I've had some major PTSD from being here in the past 10 days and getting tear gassed and being here when I was a shooter. And part of me wonders if like this movement has the collective energy to deal with anything like we've dealt with in the past 10 days because it's like brutal. It's fucking brutal. But we do have the energy because we can do things better. Like I personally have ways that I know that we could strategically do things so that the people on the front lines are less exhausted. I think that there's enough people and enough resources. Seattle has shown up in such a major way. The youth are standing up. University students as well as high school students. Fucking West Seattle, every corner of Seattle is standing up saying the people have had enough. And it seems kind of scary to like claim that we want this precinct back or the Duwamish want it back or like we just don't want the police to have it. And I'm not one to say like what exactly is gonna happen with this. I don't have that authority. But I know that no, we're here and this was like fought for so hard. But there are more people to stand up when we get tired. I heard one, the most impactful organizer that I've heard rally a crowd, he had this to say. Okay. He said, when George Floyd, when he was being murdered, there were a bunch of people there with a bunch of cameras and different angles filming it, but not one person had the courage to stand up and stop what was happening. And he said, as a black man, I don't want to ever see that again. I don't ever want to see a black man being murdered from a bunch of different angles. I want to see people standing up and stopping it. As soon as he got quiet, the crowd also got quiet and the energy was just kind of like a little low. But the point is, when I get tired, what do? You stand up. When you see injustice happening before your eyes, what do? You stand up. When I get tired, what do? You stand up. So that's just like, he was so powerful that it keeps going in my head all the time. And my message personally is also like every single individual needs to take care of their mental, their physical, and their spiritual well-being. And do not think that the weight of this movement lies on your shoulders. You have to rest. You have to make sure that you're not operating strictly out of fear and like stress and paranoia, because that will twist you. You'll start snapping at people and just being an angry person, which has happened to me. You have to recharge and rest, but you have to like make sure that the people around you know that this is a beautiful thing that's happening, that we need help, we need resources, we need collaboration, but also do not burn yourself out. Because we need everyone, like, we're good, that's all I have to say. Of what this website is, and then eventually this Instagram will completely disappear because it started off as my personal Instagram, which is completely inappropriate for like what I'm doing right now. But it is Sarah, S-A-R-A-H, Tornay, T-O-R-N-A-I. Again, it's just a way for me to keep you in the loop about this website and email me what's happening and like any non-super sensitive information that I might have in order to help like pull us together. Sarah, S-A-R-A-H, Tornay, T-O-R-N-A-I.
Someone has pulled the battery carrier from the second mic. If anyone has seen a long black tube that has slots for 2 batteries, we'd really like it back so you can have 2 mics.
The battery for the second mic.
I can actually hear from someone else in the bathtub corner. Anyone else want to speak up that was missing from that conversation? Behind over there. Alright, cool. Pass this microphone.
Thank you. My name is Tay. There was a flag that was presented to us. Who has that yellow flag that was presented to us? So my dear friend Mike brought this. This was flying over Seattle during the WTO. And it has been, thank you, it has been brought to us to fly over this camp as a continuation of that movement. The other thing that I wanted to raise is there was some talk of do we need to have a governing body and organize and negotiate demands, and I just wanted to say, look, we already have demands. Our first demand, we all know this, is defunding these motherfuckers. Our second demand
something on the concept? Anyone else want to speak up from that group?
Stop coming here! Sell your Tesla!
Anyone else outside of that group say that was in tactical planning that want to speak on a volunteer? Actually, talk on tactics will be that last. Anyone from the group that wants to talk about the planning of what this space is going to look like and how we protect it?
Thank you. So some of the notes that we touched on earlier was, I think even before we started the group, was to staff. And that means that everybody will get a turn to talk. So someone will go around and say, oh, you want to go next? I'll write your name down and you can go next. So I think that's one of the nice things. We touched on local deliveries. That's a concern here. There's COVID-19 mutual aid who's willing to help deliver food and medicine here. So yeah, it's beautiful. I don't think they're going to do Amazon delivery or anything like that. I don't think we want that here anyway. We did talk about maybe protesting at Shama Swan's home or the mayor's home to talk peacefully to talk about the demands that we want, such as defunding the police and the other topics. Wow, you guys, this is nerve-wracking being up here in front of all of you. But thank you. Thank you. We're all people. So one thing that just kept coming up over and over and over again is more structure. Everybody wants more structure, goals, and accountability. I think that's pretty fair. We want long-term goals, which that was the group I was in. And I think that one of the best things we're doing is here today, talking with other people and discussing solutions. Because that's what this is really about, and that's where we're going to find out what works with us and what other possibilities there are. So we're doing that, and I think we're doing things, guys, and I love you all. I'm so happy that we're doing this together. So we want leaders in buildings. Like if you got an apartment building, maybe somebody there could be a leader. So you're talking with the people that live with you, and then like you can get a feel for what that group of people wants and communicate it to the next group of leaders. We're all leaders here, so take that position and talk to people and see what they want and talk about what we can do. And I think a lot of people are doing a great job just taking steps on their own, you know, trying to figure out how to walk here and what works and what doesn't. So congratulations on all that. We want to get notes out to people, notes like points that we're talking about that are important, and put flyers around the city so that more people can understand what's going on here. Somebody mentioned a gun-free zone. I don't know about that. We all need to stay safe. I know that's... oh, and we want groups that have been talking about Black Lives Matter for years to get into this conversation. There's a lot of people that have been doing this for years because this has been going on for years. And now we're here talking about it. So I would love to see more people that that say, you know, I've been through this for years and get up here and talk. So I don't know what we can do to get other community members like far away involved in this. They're also doing their own thing. We're all doing our own thing. So I just have one last little thing for everybody. I know you guys will love it. Alright. I'm here because Black Lives Matter. George Floyd is proof of how Black lives are shattered. I'm sad. Growing up, I've always wondered why people were bad. Killing, raping, stealing nearly everything, babies, babies. Why would anybody do that? I'm mad. And I'll fight back against every wrong thing. For all my people, everybody I had to back. Let's stand together and trust these facts. What is the ultimate weapon on that street? Now we must come together in unison to create bright days for all of us, right? But what is that?
Here and then around that corner. Yeah, everyone. I mean,
They've also said that people are calling them, requiring them that they pay for security, that they are charging people to come into their businesses. I walked around to, what was it?
We don't.
10 businesses. I'm going to read them all off to you. Big Little Tana, no. Little Big Burger, no. B Cuts, no. The liquor store across the street, nobody's gone there either. Danbo, no. Minot, no. Bytog, no. Cupcake Royale, no. Petty Rosso, no. And Bakabak, no. And furthermore, every single business said protesters have been wildly respectful. Exist every single day. So overall, people do this amazing work. It's going to be hard, guys. It's going to be brutal. And in the words of late, great Nipsey Hussle, the marathon continues.
Anybody else from that same group want to speak up on what they saw? Let's pass this one. Sorry, I didn't see you.
Hey, I live up there. I usually can't join the protests, but I've been screaming from my roof. It's been a lot of fun. I came down here because I wanted to talk about sustainability from the sense of wider community, not just us on the ground here, but us up in the buildings there. There's a number of reasons why people up in our buildings can't join the protests. And I think one of the biggest risks is pressure from residents on the physical buildings. Temperatures running high down here and up there. And I think one of the biggest risks is the people up in the buildings there, in addition to the lies that the media is spreading, right? So the media is saying that people are asking, people are being ID'd, that businesses are being charged like fees to be operating. I think, for me, one of my thoughts is that the biggest way towards sustainability is making sure that we're working together with the business community, with the residential community, like the physical buildings, the residential community down here, and the people that are working hard to keep this movement going. You guys have been here for like, what, 10, 13 days now. Everybody's tired. But like this person said over here, it's a marathon, right? Not a sprint. So the more that we burn ourselves out right here, right now, the more we run the risk of this not continuing and not reaching kind of the goals, the long-term goals that we want for this space, for defunding the police, for reallocating the budgets. I've got a friend over there holding that residents affinity group. We want to make sure that we've got communication going between the residents here, the residents down there, the residents up there. So if anybody would like to speak, this big sign over there, residents affinity group. And we got some. Huh? All right, I'll just stop paying rent. Thank you. If anybody else from the sustainability team wants to talk, I know somebody was next. Please come up. Let's keep it going. Let's be respectful of each other down here. Respectful of people up there, people up there, people there. Respecting what's going to get us to our long term. But keep the pressure on the groups that need to be under pressure right now.
Cool. Thanks everybody for allowing me to speak. I was watching news earlier today, and I think it's really important that they were speaking that all of this is, driven by Capitol Hill residents. But I disagree a little bit. I think majority of this group live here or has had some strong connection here for at least the past 5 to 15 years. Gentrification is super new. So I think this is bigger than this area. This is for Seattle. And Jenny Durkin has the power for Seattle, not just Capitol Hill. On my first point, in my group, we were as intelligent in a sense, and control of the narratives. We need to go ahead and weed out being distracted by the wrong thing. But ultimately, I think for this space, I think it's the strongest leverage point that we have right now. And there's no way that we could give this up without the demands that have already been established by the community. There's no way that the police can have this done. If anything, we need to slow this down and work somewhere else. And keep it right everywhere else. This is a whole program. This is going to splash all over. We can get into voter suppression. We can get into working out like that. But I think the ultimate goal for this spot, just staying on something, there's no way the police is going to straight. No way. So, just wrapping it up. I like that everybody's on the same narrative, that, there aren't IDs being checked, there aren't businesses extorted, it's not being a fucking riot. It's pretty cool that people are talking to.
Upstairs, we just finally finished the painting like 2 days ago. So we've moved upstairs now. Yeah.
No.
Hi everyone. You may not know me. My name is Sonia. I live about a couple blocks that way. I'm new to all this. I'm definitely a pretty shy person. But one of the things that I really value is having a community to talk to and having a community that lets anybody talk, even if you're not necessarily the greatest person, even if you're not necessarily the loudest person. So I think one of the important things that I really want to see hopefully develop soon is some sort of online social media presence, some sort of online forum where, people can't always come out here every day. They can't come out here 24/7, and also 6th. Please come find me, and I would love to talk more with you guys. And that's all I want to say.
What are you doing here, dude? Wait, are you like...
You guys, this guy's a right-wing fucking live streamer, right-wing, talking about anti-abortion rights. He should not fucking be here. He also killed a 13-year-old autistic child in Washington. He should not fucking be here.
I'm
I'm
just here filming just so people can see what's going on. I'm not here trying to cause any problems or anything.
It seems like there's an energy that you might want to maybe.
We got some alt-right folks right here.
Hey, I'm actually here. Look, listen, talk to me for a minute. I'm actually here just filming. So where's the tolerance to allow it?
You're the one spouting anti-abortion shit on here. Where's the tolerance?
But I thought Black Lives Matter. What about preborn babies that are being thousands?
Now he's saying that
What's his name?
Jake Eakin.
Jake Eakin from just.
Here, at least let me go through.
Anti-abortion.
Right here, yeah. Will you at least walk me out?
Only Black Lives
All right,
Matter if they're
all right.
fucking fetuses.
Come on, it's okay. We'll escort you
Yeah.
We're peaceful. Peaceful. We want you to go.
But I thought that everyone was welcome here.
Yeah, they are, but I mean, not if they're gonna start problems.
I'm actually not starting problems. A lady recognized who I was, and I was silently going around just filming. There's
people that want to disband all that's going on here.
But isn't that good? But listen.
You are not welcome here with your ideology, so you need to.
But I thought everyone was welcome.
You gotta go.
Hey, listen, at least let me get me out of here. Yeah. Could you at least walk me out?
Yeah, no.
Look, I'm not here to disturb anything at all. Not at all.
No, we got you. We're gonna escort you out.
All right, mind you recording at all?
Yeah. All right, yeah. Thank you, man.
Make sure you get out of here safe.
Cover your faces! Cover your faces, he's filming! Cover your faces! Don't let him see your face! Black Lives Matter! He's filming, he's not with us!
Hey, at least, hey, I'm not actually doing anything. Just let me go. There's no reason for that. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm not actually trying to make any disturbance at all. At all. That wasn't my purpose for being here at all. I actually am. There's a large segment of a group of people that are live on here right now that are seeing what's going on. Right? Wouldn't you want that exposure?
I've been a streamer out here for 2 weeks. So let's come
Yeah. Thank
I've
you.
been streaming out here for 2 weeks. Been trying to talk to everybody who has all kinds of things. I've been in this protest since day one. What is it? Yeah, no problem.
If you want to talk to him, it's fine. But
We'll get you down here.
Look, actually, this is a public sidewalk. I could stand here as long as I wanted. This is a public sidewalk. I have all the right to be here, as just as each of us. And also, I would also say, if you believe that Black Lives Matter, what about the thousands of preborn children who are being murdered every day across this nation?
Why do you have to go about what about? Why do you have to engage in whataboutism?
Okay.
Why is it that
Hey, let's get me out of here.
Hey, no, you don't want to.
Turns that,
You don't want to answer a legitimate. You don't want to answer a legitimate pushback. You don't want to answer legitimate pushback, huh?
I moved out of the zone.
I want to understand.
Yeah, go ahead.
And so,
I think
my name is Omari Salisbury.
Yeah.
I've been out here from day one. And I've been talking to all kinds of different people from different perspectives.
Who pissed in your Cheerios,
I actually interviewed Chief Best this morning.
Okay.
So plenty of interviews here with
Who pissed in
with
your
the
Cheerios?
protesters. But I'll be honest with you, you're the first person with your perspective, and I'm assuming your perspective, so I'm going to ask you about it, that I've seen up here. So maybe you can tell me, like, what brought you out here? What is it that you wanted to say?
This motherfucker. Okay, one more time. I missed that last part that you said.
What brought you out here?
I came out here I didn't come here with any agenda at all. Hey, back up.
This motherfucker. They non-violence, bitch. I'm not.
For me,
okay,
I
go
want to
ahead.
hear everybody's perspective.
Yeah, I came here just as,
Most people have been following my streams.
You don't want me? You want me to pull your panties down?
It's all good.
Huh? I'll pull your fucking panties down, boy.
You said that all lives matter, but you killed it on
guy.
Fuck you.
I'm the
Bitch,
guy
don't
that,
come back.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm the guy that you might have seen that filmed a
Don't
lot of the
go
front
away,
line
man,
stuff,
bitch, just
the
go
umbrella
away.
and everything. So we're almost out the zone
Who
right
don't
here.
matter?
I want to know
This
what brought
bitch
you out here.
don't matter.
That's what I want to know.
Okay.
There's the zone right here.
Let's go over here, man.
Yeah, so you're out the zone now. So, like I said, just wanted to buy you one more time. I'm not just a random blogger out here. These guys will tell you I've been out here for the last 2 weeks. I'm the one that got a lot of that footage that went around the world, like the umbrella and all that. A lot of the frontline stuff with the protests, the tear gas, and everything. So that was me out here. So we're kind of following everything here. I interviewed the chief this morning for 30 minutes. She came down here to our studio. I've talked to lots of protesters, bro, since I've been out here. And I haven't had an opportunity to talk to somebody who might have a different point of view. You know, I will clear the police and the city have a different point of view than the protesters. But you're here in the protest zone, and maybe you can explain, like, what brought you here?
Yes, I actually live in Eastern Washington, Moses Lake.
Okay.
And I've been going to these protests just as a citizen, just to record what's going on, because I want to get past what the media is saying.
Right.
And I want to see for myself what's happening. Yeah, and I have a large following of people on Facebook. Okay. And so I clearly all the people here know who I am. So I want to come here and at least show, the people that follow my page what's really going on. Like, while my Facebook Live, I have no commentary on it. I'm just here trying to film what's going on. Okay. To get past with the media, the spin from the media, and so I'm not here either way. I'm not here. I think what happened to George Floyd was an absolute injustice, and I believe that the protesters here have all the right. They have a constitutional right to be here to, stand up.
What is it about whatever people perceive that you represent that brought this reaction?
Well, so I'm an abolitionist. I'm an anti-abortion advocate.
Okay.
Protester.
And I heard you say something there earlier. You were like, well, if people think that Black Lives Matter, how come
then
they're
what
not
about
against abortion?
which is one of the number one causes of death for Black people in the United States. So I'm not slamming anyone that's here. I'm just saying that there has to be an overall consistency. There has to be an overall consistency in our view, right?
I'd love to answer your question.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Can you answer the question?
So you're telling me you care about unborn lives. Is that what you're telling me?
I do, yeah, and also everybody here as well.
You care about all lives.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
You care about those lives after they're born.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
You care about the children that are starving after they're born.
Yes.
You do.
Yes. In fact, there a lot of people will say, "What about the children on the border?" I also believe that's an injustice as well. So there's a lot more that we'd actually have in common here than not, I believe. And it's disappointing. It's disappointing that I would get shoved out when I'm not causing a scene. I wasn't causing any ruckus.
You understand the phrase "Black Lives Matter"?
Yeah, I do, and I think that it's a completely valid. It's a valid movement. I think it's a movement of.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? It means that for me as a Christian, I'm a Christian, okay? When I hear the statement Black Lives Matter, I believe it's 100% accurate. I believe that everybody is made in the image of God, and that's what gives them value. And that's regardless of race, regardless of gender, regardless of anything. Everybody has value because they're made in God's image. That's what I believe. So yes, that would include, and I'm not one of the people that would say that when somebody says Black Lives Matter, automatically bring out all lives matter. I wouldn't jump to that. I think that you have to validate each. If there is a movement in our society today, called Black Lives Matter, clearly there is some type of injustice in that system that needs to be dealt with, right? Clearly, there's a disenfranchised, oppressed people that need to be heard. And so if you said Black Lives Matter, I wouldn't be one of the people that came to you and said all lives matter, right? Even though you and I could probably both agree with that all lives do matter. But at this point, in this movement right here that you guys are a part of, I would think it's a completely valid thing to say that that Black Lives Matter, because they do. They're made in God's image, and that's why they have value.
Okay, so can I address some of the things you said?
Yeah.
First off, you gave me your beliefs. You said that your beliefs are based on your religion, right? So your beliefs are based on your own personal beliefs, your opinion. Your religion is not the same as anybody else's in this world. You have your own religion, your own belief.
Yeah, and then I was just stating from my position. Absolutely.
I don't care about your beliefs. I care about what you know. And what I know is that every person here is guaranteed equal rights by the Constitution.
But they didn't believe that that is extended to me, right? When they shoved me out of their autonomous zone.
No one pushed you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you. I appreciate it. And no one did get violent. No one assaulted me, so I appreciate that. But I did get shoved out of the autonomous zone.
Verbally talked to.
Well, no, I got shoved out, right? So if I wanted to walk back in there, could I? No. I'm saying I got pushed out of it, not violently. But could I walk back in there right now?
But let's just that's if you go anywhere,
you're going to be very met with.
So there you go. So why am I the tolerant one, but these people are the intolerant ones? When they're claiming, so am I. But they're the ones claiming it.
If you go to any place and
they can tell you you're an asshole.
They can, but
that organization,
excuse me. How often does this happen? You said that you go to a different event. You're from Eastern Washington, from Moses Lake. For people who are on this stream watching, that's about 3 hours. Other side of the mountains over there. So clearly you traveled. It was one like you came from Tacoma or from Everett. Was this your destination to be here today, or were you just in the Seattle area?
No, this was my destination. And remember, when I showed up here today, I didn't come here to make a disruption. I came here just to film what was going on. I wanted to see for myself.
Okay.
And there's a part of me that's sympathetic for the crowd that's here.
What did you see then? You know what I'm saying? Well, I want you to share with people.
Yeah, what did I see? Not.
What did you see? Was it worth this travel?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I do. I seen things that were concerning to me, but also at the same time I seen things that I think are wonderful. So I think that the one thing that really does disturb me is that these are businesses, privately owned businesses that have been defaced, right? I mean, and so that for one bothers me. But overall, I would say that besides getting pushed out, it's been a very tough.
You have a problem with this protest because businesses have been damaged. Am I correct?
Well, no, not the overall. Not overall. I would say that's one thing that I would say that.
So you're saying that.
No,
Vehicle coming out. Clear. Vehicle coming out. Go. Clear. Go. Open up. Go. Get out. Go. Vehicle coming out. Open it up.
So, what the term? See, the thing is, a lot of terms get thrown around here loosely on all sides. You see what I'm saying? And so the term alt-right was used. It's like, hey, this guy's alt-right.
That me?
I don't.
No.
I was just a street level reporter, but I'm saying, is that something that you identify?
No, absolutely not. Like, no, I don't believe that any of us should tolerate the alt-right or the racist groups or white supremacist groups, and I'm not a part of any of that. I'm a Christian that is part of the I'm an anti-abortion advocate, and a lot of the people here know who I am. And I'm surprised. I mean, I'm wearing a hat today. It's about the only disguise I'm wearing today. But somebody finally recognized me. I was here almost all day,
All right. So just to be clear, because everybody's watching. The mayor's on this one, the city council, the chief. They're all watching this phone right here. So that's why I wanted to give you an opportunity to speak freely as to
let's
whatever
open
it
up
is
some access for the
and everything else.
citizen coming through here. Come on now.
So
take this somewhere else. Take this out of the zone. Out of the zone. This conversation has to take place somewhere else.
So I think that's about it for me.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Look.
This area needs to be clear. These conversations got to take place outside this area.
What's up? Here, let's go over here.
So for me, like...
Here, just walk down here. I want to get out of here before. I just don't want any. Here, let's go this way.
I agree with that you deserve to have your platform. You deserve to go out and show it to whoever you want. You know what I mean? But for me, my issue is like you can't equate injustices. You know what I mean? Like if someone's broken their leg because the sidewalk is broken, you can't just You can't just, have another issue and use that to kind of compare travesties, compare issues, you know what I mean? So, for example, if there's an injustice going on to the black community, right, and you feel it's necessary to voice another injustice, why not?
Well, no, I didn't feel it necessary. I wasn't here to do that. I was here just to film.
But your immediate response when the crowd came up to you kind of was, well, what about abortion?
Well, that wasn't my immediate response at all. Actually, my immediate response was to let them know that I wasn't here to disrupt anything.
Sure.
Somebody brought up that I was anti-abortion, and then so at that point, I shared the fact that, yes, there is an inconsistency with the people that are here. They'll say that Black Lives Matter, but then ignore the murder of
I think it's
thousands of black people every day.
In terms of where does life start, right? I think that's a very interesting question, and honestly, I think it's been hijacked by people on both sides, right? It's an open conversation, but at the end of the day, my first response from you that I heard
Let's go down here. Let's walk down here.
My first response I heard was, well, what about abortion? You can't do that. You know what I mean?
Here, you're gonna follow me down here. All right, man. Have a good one.
See ya.